video, I'm going to be walking you through how you can stop being lazy. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And of course, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Erin, and this channel is all about helping game-changing female entrepreneurs to build the business and life of their dreams. Now, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you just a couple of mindset shifts that you can make so that you can stop being lazy, essentially. You know, a lot of us do procrastinate on things and we kind of just don't take the action that we need to make our dreams a reality. But the thing is, most of this is based on our mindset, and that's what I just wanted to walk you through today. You know, a couple of actionable things that you can do to really shift that mindset so that you can stop being lazy, essentially. If you did like the video, then please, I would very much appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. And of course, if you are new here, then why not subscribe? You know, it's free. I put out videos every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday talking all about business, mindset, and just living that girl boss lifestyle. So the first tip, and I'm sorry for the OG subscribers because this is something that I talk about all the time, but I'm just gonna reiterate it one more time. But the first thing to really stop being lazy, or to get yourself to actually start taking action towards your dreams, is to focus on your why. You know, as humans, we find so much resistance towards doing things when we actually don't know why we're doing them in the first place. You know, we don't actually take the time to say, why do I really want this? Or why do I really want this in my life? You know, maybe it looks good to other people on social media, maybe it's what our family wants for us. You have to sit down and think about exactly why you want the things that you're trying to work towards. Because if you don't have a logical reason, or if you don't have a passionate reason why you want those things, you're gonna find it really hard not to be lazy and to actually do them. So a really good tip is to, you know, create a vision board for yourself. Standard, I know that this is something I talk about all the time. Don't just go online and go on Pinterest and see things that look like what you think you should want. Sit down and actually think about what you really want. You know, what would having a business mean for your lifestyle? What would getting a good college education mean for the rest of your life? Or even just doing really good on that test in high school? What would mean, you know, losing weight or anything else that you're trying to work towards? What would it mean for you? How would you feel emotionally if you were going to achieve all of those things? So you have to start with that why. It's so important. If your why is not crystal clear, you'll find it really hard to navigate. It's just like trying to drive using a GPS without putting the destination in, without knowing exactly what you want and why you want it. It's so hard to actually be able to sustain that journey. Please, if you're finding it hard to not be lazy and you're procrastinating on things, go back to the beginning, really think about that why. Why do you want to achieve these things? Why do you want to stop being lazy and actually start taking action? Next, and this one is going to be a controversial kind of title, it's change your identity. When you have the identity that you are a lazy person, or that you are someone that procrastinates, or you're someone who finds it hard to take action, when you say that to yourself, when you think that about yourself, you will find it hard to not act in accordance with that. You know, Tony Robbins always talks about how we will always act in accordance to who we believe we are. If you believe you are someone who is lazy, and if you believe you are someone who doesn't do things, then you will act in accordance to that. Whereas if you start telling yourself and acting as though you're someone who is active, you're someone who just gets shit done, you're someone who puts aside excuses and just makes stuff happen, if that's who you start believing yourself to be, then that is how you will start acting, and that is how your life will start unfolding. You definitely need to start thinking about the language that you use to yourself, and the thoughts that you start thinking about yourself, and the perception that you have about yourself. And if any of that doesn't kind of fit with someone who takes action, then start using things like affirmations or visualization to move in a different direction and really start to shift that identity and that personality that you have or that you think about yourself. I know it seems kind of harsh to give the advice to someone like, change your identity or like change your personality, but if who you are right now is not serving you, then why not just give it a go? I know it sounds harsh, but just, you know, change the stories that are currently running your life and you'll live in a much more empowered state, and you'll be able to really stop being that person who is lazy. Another really good thing is to live life a bit more actively. Now, this goes back to creating momentum in your life, but if you find yourself very passive all of the time, you're always sitting down, you're always lying down watching Netflix, or you're always got hunched over, or you're not living life in an active state, that really has an effect on your biology, which also has an effect on your brain and how you live your life. Even just standing up straight, breathing from the belly, going outside for a walk, all of those active things that you can do are going to essentially change your physical state, your physiological state, and that's going to change your mental state as well. It's going to make you someone who is more of an active person as opposed to a passive person. When you find yourself, even if you're watching YouTube videos, if you're typing, if you're learning, if you're reading, and you're always slumped over and sitting down, just try to sit up straighter, just try to stand up, try to move your body more throughout the day. And what you'll find is the momentum and energy that you actually get from moving your body is going to make you not be so lazy and not be so slumpy throughout the rest of the day and basically throughout the rest of your life. Try to be a little bit more active as opposed to doing everything so passively. So those are just a few little tips that you can start implementing. Just to summarize, as I said, focus on that why. You're gonna find resistance if you don't know why you're actually trying to not be lazy and to try take action towards something if you don't know your why. Really start changing that identity. Start changing the stories that you have about yourself. If you're calling yourself a lazy person, guaranteed you will be a lazy person. Just like I said in my last week's video, if you're calling yourself broke, you will be broke. Change the stories that you have about yourself and finally start to live more actively. Stand up, get outside, even just breathe more deeply, put your chest up, do your power poses, and you'll feel a lot better and you'll feel a lot more motivated to actually get things done. They're just a few tips from me. Please, as always, leave in the comments below which one you believe you are going to try or which you think is going to help you out the most. And I thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you